ready to make a super simple card, but one that's like really cool. I'm going to show you some great tips. Hi everyone, welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. I'm so glad that you're here. Last week I was in Michigan. We had an online stamping conference, but we did it in person at Jackie Bolhuis's house. She invited some of the leaders there to be with her, and it was so amazing. She's amazing. Some of the other ladies there, all of the ladies there were amazing. I'd only met them online. And so like for the first time in person, got to meet them in person. So it was super fun. But what we all did is we each made a card and brought enough supplies for everybody to make their own. So I get to show you all the examples that we made. Now you guys know I am like a super simple stamper, and some of these cards are just gorgeous. Really a lot of like stepped up options. So today in this video, we're gonna make my simple card, but I'm gonna show you the other cards that the other ladies designed, because a lot of you like to do like little die cuts or these extra things, and this will just give you some great ideas. So for the measurements of the card that we're going to make together, they're going to be on my blog post, but the other ladies are going to make videos for their cards, and I'll link them in the description of this video so you can go learn how to make their cards also. So let's get started. So for the card I designed, I wanted it to be super simple. I just used some scraps of paper and one color of ink. That same color of ink I used for my accent piece right here. Then I just chose a stamp set that had a nice big bold image, like this huge butterfly, but you could go through your stamp sets and see what you have. I've got an example to show you at the end of a Christmas card version of this. So next, go through your designer series paper scraps. I just picked out my scraps to find something, and let me just show you real quick how I store my designer series paper. I put it in a page protector, and then on this side, I blow up so big all the colors that are in the cardstock, which just makes it really easy for when I need to match colors together. So anyway, grab your scraps. This is a perfect scrap buster card. You can use any width of scrap. I did provide the measurements for this on my website if you want yours to look like just like mine, but you could use any width of scraps. My website is sunnydaystamping.com. It's linked in the description of this video. That'll take you right over to that blog post. But my email subscribers will get this project sheet that I'll email out on Friday morning before it goes to my tutorial store. Go ahead and grab that for free in there. But that's also where you can get the measurements. So I have the exact measurements for this, but you can just play with it. So you just need 3 little scraps of designer series paper. Flip them over and see which sides you want to use. I think I will do this. I really like the idea of using either florals or this fruit from the citrus blooms with a pattern. I think that looks really great. And then choose one strip that will be your accent piece. And you can put that on your card just like this, but to step it up and just make it a little more interesting, go ahead and emboss it so it's got some texture. Now on your embossing folder, there is going to be a line on one of the sides here. I'm sorry, I've got it upside down. Right where the logo is, there's a line. So you can lift that up and then use that line to make sure your paper is lined up, because otherwise your design is going to be like offset, which actually wouldn't matter too much on this one, but if that bugs you, go ahead and line it up on that line, close this, and run it through your embossing machine, making sure the folded end is going to go through your machine first. I'm going to go do that. Okay, then lift it out of here. Check that out. Isn't that just, well, you cannot see anything because it's so, there we go. It was out of focus. Isn't that so awesome? This just, it takes just an extra minute to do that, but I think it just really steps up this card. So we'll go ahead and glue those pieces on the card. And like I said, you can use any designer series paper. I kind of think go ahead and pick your large stamp or your focal point first, and then go look through your scraps. Now you can line these up on your paper if you want, but I kind of liked them. Here, let me get my example out. Kind of like askew like this. It just makes it a little more interesting. So go ahead and play with the order that you want these to be. Like, I don't really want both of these fruit floral designs next to each other, so I'll make sure to put something in between and kind of space it out like that. So I go ahead and anchor my bottom piece first. And you can center it up or make it cattywampus, whatever. But this next one, you definitely want to have it going like askew. Have it, make sure it's going past the border of the one you just put down. Then we'll glue the next one on, and we'll have that going the other way, just a little bit the other way. Or maybe, should we do it a lot the other way? Oh, I can't now. I can't change my mind because the glue's going to come out. That's okay. It's okay. Now, one more. So this one, yeah, I'll have it going right like that. I don't really want that lined up there, so I pushed it off to the side. So now you've got like a really interesting base to your card. If you want, you could put these colored pieces all the way up, but I kind of wanted my focal image to be coming off of those papers. So now let's do some stamping. Take that big butterfly, and when you're inking up your stamp, don't squish it down really hard. Let me show you what happens when you squish it down really hard. It gets along the edges of your stamp. So when you go to stamp it, I'm gonna do this on a scrap piece, and then I also press down hard. Oh man, it worked. Wait, hold on. My example didn't show you what the problem was. Let me try this again. So if I push down, oh my goodness, how come I'm stamping so well? This doesn't normally happen. Usually when I get on camera, I make all the mistakes. You guys know. Let me just squish this down hard and squish this down hard. Okay, it happened a little bit. So the ink that was along the edge that holy cow, does that have a lot of ink on it. See how it can get on your paper? That is so frustrating to me when that happens. So that is why you just want to just pounce. Oh, plus you get ink all over the place and then ink all over your hands, which that is going to happen anyway, at least when I stamp. So I just gently pounce up and down until it's nice and inky. Not this inky. This is way too much. And then we're going to put it on our little scrap piece of paper because we're going to cut this out. Now, if you don't have the dies for this set, I cannot find the dies for this set. Where'd they go? Here we go. So the dies for this set cut up all the little butterflies and some extras. But if you don't have this, you can go ahead and use your scissors and cut it out. Now you're going to take another piece of scrap and put whatever greeting that you want on the front right in the middle of there. And then you can use a circle punch or anything to cut this out. I am going to use the Stylus Shapes, and we're going to cut that out like that. I do not like cutting with scissors. Like, I think maybe I'm bad at it. Maybe I just need to practice. But so I always buy the bundle. I buy the stamp and die bundle. So I get all the pieces to cut out the things. So then look at that. It just cuts it out so perfectly. One pass through the machine. And then this, the Stylus Shapes, it has that beautiful stitching along the edge. If you're looking for just like a basic die set, this is awesome. Circles, squares, banners, and they all have that beautiful stitching. So now we're just going to stamp on our the inside of our card. We have another scrap to go on here. I've got the measurement for that on my website or on my project sheet. Put it here, but don't glue it down. I'm going to use this little wording right here, and I'm just going to line it up. That just totally fell on the floor. I'm just going to line it up using this as my guide, but I'm not going to glue it down because in case I make a mistake, I can go ahead and cover up my words with the piece of papers. But we're just going to make sure I don't make a mistake. And there we go. Perfect. Now that that's all lined up, now I'll glue this in place. So this Sketched Butterflies has these cute little tiny butterflies that I just love, but it came all in one stamp, which was very oddly shaped. It's shaped like this with these in a line. And when I was at Jackie Bolhuis's house last week, and I was using her set, she had them all cut apart. I'm like, oh my gosh, she did not just do that. But she did. She cut them apart. And I thought, well, that is brilliant because I did not like how this stamp always stamped those in a line. So don't be afraid to chop up your stamps unless This is the only thing, unless it has like a die that matches that's going to cut them all out at one time for you with one pass, then I would not cut them out. But for this, it ended up being perfect because now I could just put them on here and then I can stamp them exactly where I want them to be. So we're just going to take our blue ink and we're just going to put one right there. Actually, these are so cute. I just need to put a couple more, just a few more coming over here. Oh yeah, that's so cute. Aren't those just, I think I love tiny things. All right, that is done. Now, one more thing before we put our ink away, go ahead and get your card back out, but turn it to the back, and then we're going to put a butterfly right here on the back. Oh no, I did the thing where I got it on. Of course that's gonna happen on my card. Okay, you know what? How we're gonna fix this? We are gonna put another stamp. I'm gonna grab this other stamp. We're gonna stamp right over that. Oh, now I feel like we need a third one. Oh no, this is becoming a big project. Okay, hold up. All right, that's pretty cute. All right, so now you're gonna go ahead and put the inside layer, glue it to this cardstock layer, and then glue this to the inside of your card. Isn't that pretty with that blue border on there? Man, I think that looks so sharp. And now for the front of the card, and I've got some tips for you. Kind of decide where you want your greeting to be and where you want your butterfly to be, which I think I want it like that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. All right, so we're just going to put this right here. Now, you can pop up your butterfly with dimensionals. It'll look awesome. And that is what I did when I brought it to our stamping weekend. But then Heidi Collins, who is an amazing card maker, she's like, oh, let me show you what I'm going to do, what I do. And I'm like, yes, I want to know what you do. So she took the butterfly and she curled the wings like this with the bone folder just to give it a little bit of curve to it. And then glued down the body. So you glue the body down, but put dimensionals under the wings, and that is how it ends up kind of flying off the paper like that, which I thought, holy cow, that is so clever. I've got to show people this. So we're going to put glue here, but we're going to put our Stampin' Dimensionals on there first. And you really just need, come on now, one on each wing. But you could put them, I'm going to go ahead and put them here also. That might be overkill. I don't know. Why aren't my dimensionals dimensionaling here? Oh no, I keep messing up. All right, now go ahead and put just a stripe of glue down the body. So you can do this with other dies. I'm going to go look and see what else I can do this with, but it is like perfect for a butterfly. So we're going to kind of bend it so the glue in the body down first. Make sure that wing is inside the card. You don't want it overextending because it won't fit in the envelope. So we want it kind of going like this. Glue that down and now bend that wing and attach it. Well, you got to take the sticky off the Stampin' Dimensional. Okay, bend that down and stick it like that. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, there. Now we'll do this side. There, isn't that just so clever? It looks like it's flying. This card is just great like this, but we're going to add just a few little gemmy gem things to make it a little snazzy. Just like 3 of them. There we go. Look at that. Super gorgeous. You can make a matching envelope and you've got a great card. Super fast, super quick. Uses up your scraps. So in case you don't have a stamp that is nice and big and bold, I just wanted to show you how you can use smaller stamps but still create like a large kind of grouping. So I used the smaller stamps from the sketched butterflies to create this. I wanted to use a different greeting, so I just used a larger circle. So this will just give you more ideas on how to use this design with your other stamp sets. Okay, I had to make another card using this same design because I thought, well, that turned out awesome. So this is a Christmas card. It's kind of like a different Christmas card. There's no red. It's like green and gold. I used the just the cutout from the Golden Greenery die set, and then the Christmas labels and the dies to cut that out, and gold embossed it. It just looks so fancy, but just so quick using the designer series paper from the Golden Greenery. And then I use the same embossing folder for that green strip there. All right, so those are my cards, but I want to share a little bit about my weekend. These are all the ladies I spent the weekend with, learning so much from them, and I'm going to show you their cards. For their cards, most of these ladies are going to be putting out videos this week of the cards that they made, so you can go over there and learn how to make them. I'm going to link them in the description of this video. So first, I'll show you the one from Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up sent us, everyone who went to backstage, a card and a Kindle. Can you believe that? But I just thought, well, this is so clever. Look how they just stamped tone on the cardstock and then ripped it just for some extra texture. Love this idea. This is Holly's card. Isn't that gorgeous? She even embossed the designer series paper there. I thought that turned out so pretty. Holly Veselinek. I actually don't know if I'm saying her last name. We didn't use last names, so this one is Jackie Bolhuis's. Lots of embossing going on. This is the plaid embossing folder that is in the mini catalog. Or maybe it's an online exclusive. Anyway, look at that texture. I was in love with that. This one is Heidi Collins. She's amazing. Her cards are always so detailed. She uses all the little pieces that I don't use. And this is paper pieced in to the umbrella. So you cut it out twice, and then you set in you piece it back together like a puzzle. It was actually really fun. Look at my good job coloring. Like, I just copied her card. I liked that she added a little bit of Stampin' Blends to those clouds to just make them look a little bit more cloudy. So this one was from Keely Kerwin. Isn't this cute? This is one of the new online exclusives. I love this fun fold too. And that gold heart, holy cow, is amazing. Then this one was from Dawn Burgett, and I don't know if I'm saying her last name right either. Love just the black and white and the pool party. Like, so sharp and so cute. She was a doll. She tied all these bows for us, which, for me, like, I was super excited about that because I don't do bows very well. And then this one was from Jamie Priese. I actually just bought this bundle because I'm like, I love this set. Oh, look at my mistake. Yep, I stamped accidentally in the wrong spot. So I hope you just have a ton of inspiration from these. Go check out their videos. The measurements for these will be on my website. I put out a new card making video every Thursday, so check back next Thursday. I'd love to have you join me. You can also hit the subscribe button and the bell to get notified. That way you don't miss out on any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a sunny day.